been getting real spicy on Twitter, man. It's been getting real spicy on Twitter.
Bro, I seen, man. I seen with the Bill Haney leak video and all that, man. It's crazy right now.
Before we get into all the spice, right? I want to let everybody on my YouTube know exactly who you are, where you from, what weight class that you campaign in, and some of the guys you've been able to share the ring with as well.
Up to 100 free
My
gallons
bad,
of
hold on.
propane and 2-year fixed propane pricing when you make the switch for your.
Don't start yet. All right, here we go. Here we go. So talk to me.
Good.
Let everybody know what it is.
Look, it's your boy, Demichael Triggerman Harris. I campaign at 130, 10-0, 9 knockouts. Hey, look, just be on the lookout because them belts coming next year.
Atlanta, right? Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about some of the guys that you shared the ring with. I did an interview with Shane Mosley. I think it was Saturday. He told me that you guys sparred.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so other than like the legendary Shane Mosley, what other guys have you been in the ring with that you sparred as well? Everybody smash the like button right here. You got yourself a future world champion. Yes, indeed. You already heard it from me, Mill City Boxing. I see when I see talent. Trust me, it is what it is. Everyone's saying it too. It's not just me.
We've been rocking since day one. But,
Right.
man, to answer your question, I've been in the ring with Gervonta, Shakur, Stevenson, Devin Haney, Richardson Hitchens, Xander Zayas, Shane Mosley, man, just a bunch of guys, man. The list goes on. But yeah, and I'm honored to share the ring with all of them.
So you tell me, ladies and gentlemen, does he pass the test or not? You know what I'm saying? Does he pass the test or not? So, nevertheless, right? The big topic, the thing that's going viral right now is the Twitter between Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney. How many rounds have you worked with Devin Haney? I actually put you guys on the thumbnail on this live right here. How many
Well,
rounds have you worked with him?
I can't even tell you like how many rounds off the top of my head, but definitely I did a whole camp with him. He was there for like a month. Me and my boy Kurt Scooby, another
Okay.
great fighter at 140 coming up. So yeah, we was helped him get ready for the Cambosos camp. So
Mm.
we was like the main two sparring partners, just going back and forth.
Where salute to Tommy Grams as well. So now how many rounds have you worked with Shakur Stevenson?
With Chris Stevenson. Now with that one, I can remember like yesterday. I had to do a little bit over 40 rounds total with him because I was helping him get ready to fight some African dude at the time, and I guess the guy was tall, strong, similarities there, and yeah, I was his only sparring partner for that camp. So every
Mm.
3 days out of a week, every week, yeah, it's just me and him going at it.
Mm. I love it. I love it. Salute to the chat. Salute to Matthew Bishops. Thank you, man. Salute, salute. Once again, we got a future world champion. He's been in the ring with Gervonta Davis, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Africa, Shane Mosley. The list really goes on and on and on. So the kid is ready to go. What's up, Coda? What's up? You in the building? So, gearing up to these sparrings, obviously you've been able to, pick at the best attributes. What are these guys great in,
Right,
and be able to give a cool, great prediction that other boxing fans really can't do because they haven't really shared the ring with them.
right.
Let's talk about um, power. When it comes to the power, who do you believe possesses the most power between the two?
And who would that be? Who used me say Devin
Shakur
Haney?
Stevenson and Devin Haney, and we're gonna leave Devin. We're gonna leave Gervonta Davis for last.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't put him in there. But when it comes to the Shakur and the Devin, to be honest, I feel like they both hit about the same when it comes to the power. Um, the real difference is Shakur IQ is just way higher, in my
Mm.
opinion. Um, he's just all around very talented. Like he knows his way around the ring. He knows his distance very well, as you can see. He don't get hit, man. He's hard to hit. And me being 6 foot tall, fighting at 130, and Shakur's fighting at 130 at the time. And of course, I'm much taller than him, longer arms and everything. but he's still a hard guy to touch. Like he knows his distance again very well. That's what I liked about him. When it comes to Devin, Devin had a great jab, but it was just certain things you can kind of like get off that you wouldn't get off on Shakur with. You know what I mean?
Speak upon that. When you say get off, you talking about combinations, you talking about just touching.
Yeah, just in general, just touching, and you can get off a couple combinations on Devin. You got to apply that pressure and stay in his face. You know, if you can do that, you have a little bit of success. You know, just depending on the type of fighter that he's in front of. Again, these guys are much smaller than me, height wise. You know what I'm saying? So I could probably touch Devin a little bit more or whatever. But again, great fighter, but there's some similar, some different realities there between the two.
Right, right. Speak upon as far as when it comes down to total IQ, total when we talk about being very less predictable, who's the more craftier fighter, and does the southpaw make a difference when it comes down to working with Shakur Stevenson?
Um, Good question. Um, okay, I'll say this. Shakur is just, again, like I said, bro, it's the IQ, bro. It's just a lot different. I don't want to say nothing too harmful between the two. All right? Try and keep it, keep it clean. But Shakir's just, man, fuck it, bro. He's the better fighter. Let's get straight to the point, bro. He's the better fighter. Yo, all in all, bro, I can't hold it, yo. He's a monster, bro. He's the better fighter out of the two. Plain and simple.
So you put your money towards him,
100%.
100%.
100%, man. I ain't gonna lie.
If they got to meet, what were some of the things that facing Devin Haney? Because I like talking to sparring partners, but I also like talking about and don't take that disrespectfully when I say sparring partners. I mean these
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
come
yeah.
out, they pay you to want to come into camp to make them better, to make them sharper.
Of
Um,
course.
but in the same time, what are the attributes that you see that Devin could actually give Shakur problems, if there's any?
The jab. I think Devin has a good jab. He has great timing, and he's bigger than Shakir. So that could play a difference. Again, man, sparring is sparring. Even when I sparring is sparring, fight for fights, and then that fight is going to be a lot different. Yeah, even though I do think that Shakir's the better fighter, but Devin bring out things in a fight that sometimes he may not have done in sparring that I seen. I'll be like, okay, so I feel like that jab will probably give Shakur the most trouble.
Okay, okay. Um, when we talk about you know the situation which how Devin Haney got all his belts. You a key factor in that camp against Cambosa's fight when he went to Australia for 2 times. I
Right.
mean, speak a little bit upon that. As far as um, there was a 25% deal, for Shakur and Devin to make it happen. 25% on Shakur's end. Devin Haney has all the belts. But
Right,
then
right.
Devin Haney claims as well that he went to Australia, took the short end of the stick for Cambosis. He basically felt like he was food.
Right.
When you look at the matchups and looking at Cambosis, did you feel like he was food? And do you believe 25% is a bluffing move when it comes to a guy like Shakur Stevenson, all the hype, the big name, the amateur pedigree, and all that?
Yeah, of course, man. I feel like Shakir should get a bigger percentage, no doubt about it. I understand what Devin did, taking a smaller decision, percentage, and then going over there and being Cambosis. But that was the risk he was willing to take. I feel like Cambosis is not a name like a Shakur Stevenson is in boxing. You know what I'm saying? So you do got to put a little bit more respect on Shakur, name when it comes to that. Um, the most I can see maybe a 60-40 split, between the two. And that's Devin Wade. He holds all the belts. But again, you got to put the respect on the name. But if you want to be great and you want to prove it, hey, take whatever percentage they got, whoop his ass, grab the belts, and do your thing. But you got to believe in yourself to do that. So we'll see.
Um, in the two. You know what I'm saying? They going back at it left and right and Twitter. You know what I'm saying? I guess it all started with media dropping a bomb, a little video clip, kind of like what Ryan Garcia does, puts the body suit on, throws some shots. But I guess what caught Devin Haney's attention, and I guess the kid that he was hitting was Devin Haney's cousin. So he said to him, "Yo, hit me like if I'm Devin Haney, right?" So he said, "All right, I'm gonna hit you in the face. Do you want it right here? Or do you want it right here?" He's like, "Nah, I don't want it in the face. I just want it in the bodysuit." Um, Devin Haney said that Shakur was clout chasing. He was corny, and then the Twitter war went from there. You know, what you think about this Twitter? When it comes to Twitter, do you think Twitter's good for boxing nowadays? You know what I'm saying? Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. We got 61 people on the live, 15 likes. This is my homeboy Demichael Harris from Atlanta, Georgia, undefeated, 130-pound, future champion. So definitely smash the like button. You will see more from him. So talk to me. What you think, Twitter?
Yo, I feel like it's like this, bro. All social media has just been great to boxing. At a point, I felt like boxing was falling, and people trash the YouTubers and things for coming into boxing. But you really starting to think about it, man. The pay is starting to probably get a lot better. The name of boxing is getting better, so it's a plus. So Twitter, YouTube, all of these social medias, that's what we need. I mean, it's the era that we live in. We're in a whole new era, so it's a social media era. But it's been a lot of buzz on boxing. You got people that just got inspired literally just off social media to go box. So yeah, I love it.
100%, 100%. Do you do the same thing? I mean, just for the people that don't know, and if you haven't seen the Creed movie, my guy was in the Creed movie a few times and behind the scenes as well. So it's like there's so many different ways to promote yourself as well. I just wanted to throw that in there. You know what I'm saying? But
Definitely.
nevertheless, staying on to the topic. Now you know, you're a cool dude. Like you can tell that you're a smart dude. You don't really hear too much trash talking, too much negativity. Besides, if it's in the ring type of a deal.
Yeah.
Uh, these guys right here are trying to say that they might take it to the streets. Do you think that this is like getting the media to wanna buy into this, or do you feel like it could possibly be like that?
I look at it like this. They probably really are beefing. I don't think people in boxing, we sit around and we come up with a game plan to go gain all these fans. I don't know who's doing that personally. But with these guys, I really feel like they do got a little beef going on. They just shared the ring with each other. They just sparred. So, yeah, I feel like it's a little pressure behind it. Should it go to the streets? Absolutely not. They both fighters, you know, and we want well for both of them. So, end of the day, man, handle it in the ring. Get the fans what they want. Get on the show. Hey, and then we'll see who the best man is that night.
Mm. You're right. You're 100%. I agree with you. Now, when Shakur talks about possibly, yo, if I gotta go up to 140 to fight you, I will. Talk to me. It is
If
he
he
is
says
he a
that,
big enough is Shakur big enough? It seemed like he would just go to 140 just to fight Devin because he just doesn't like him. You know what I'm saying? You think that because you're a big guy, 6 foot tall. Even though you campaign at 130, I'm pretty sure you walk around at like 160 probably. You know what I'm saying?
I can talk about things like that. But yeah.
Yeah, I said probably. So anyway, do you think that Shakur's big enough for 140? Because what's the when it comes down to like size difference? Is there a big difference between Haney and Shakur?
Um, Devin's a little bit taller than him. His body frame is a lot bigger. I haven't seen. I think I seen Shakur. Yeah, I seen him last year actually when I was in camp with Devin, and I had seen him at the top ranked gym. So he did get a lot bigger moving up to 35. I don't know how big he is right now, but yeah. So Devin is the bigger guy, but again, look at it. Like Earl and Terrence Crawford. Everybody talk about how big Earl is, how much he's gonna weigh on fight night, how much taller he is. But you know, at the end of the day, that don't mean nothing. You know, skills pay the bills. Even the back in the day fighters, Tommy Hearns, Ray Leonard. Tommy's a huge guy.
Yep.
Still, skills pay the bills. So that's how I'm rocking with him. That's how I feel about it.
100%, 100%. So, I mean, now we got to get into some of the heat when it comes down to Gervonta Davis and where he fits in all this. You know what I'm saying? I know that in your pro debut, he brought you out in Atlanta. You guys have a cool relationship. When we talk about matchmaking as a fighter, um, versus the fans want to figure out the matchmaker, what's a bigger fight at the end of the day? Obviously, it's Tank versus everybody, right?
Yeah,
But
pretty much.
it's like, is it Tank and Haney? Is it Shakur and Haney? Like, what's
I
the
think
biggest fight?
if I had to pick with that one just being on the biggest fight, it'll definitely be the Haney versus Tank. And I think that's the one that everybody want to see. I feel like Shakir's still kind of building his name on that end, to me, in my opinion. I feel like Devin Haney's a bigger draw for a Tank fight right now.
So
Plus the beef that they got go crazy.
you think what? What do you think? You think Haney? You think Haney probably get the shot first?
100%. As long as he don't lose the belts or losing between that time, yeah, definitely. I mean, even if he does lose, I still think they'll end up fighting eventually. But you know, to make the fight of as big as the magnitude of it, yeah, he got to stay undefeated. He got to keep the belts, and that's the bigger fight. That's the bigger fight for sure. Tank and Devin.
Mm. Um, Stylistically, for a fight that you would like to see when it comes down to 50-50 matchups, because before I get into that, you probably believe what Tank beat Devin.
Yeah, 100%.
Mm. Mm.
By KO.
By KO.
Yeah, I feel like Devin has a problem with southpaws a little bit. Like watching him fight Jojo Diaz, Lomachenko, I think one other guy. And he has a little bit of a problem with southpaws. And again, Shakur and a Tank, those guys' IQ is very high. He did good against Lomachenko, don't get me wrong. But Lomachenko is a smaller guy.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, he's very small. Even for 35, he's small.
Mm-hmm.
So you got a Tank in front of you and Shakur. It might be a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? But if Tank does knock out Devin, it'll probably be in the late rounds for sure. It won't be early. So I would go with probably like 9, 10 rounds,
Mm.
in my opinion. I feel like Devin is going to be boxing his ass off when he in there with Tank. He's going to be on his A game. But I feel like eventually, Tank will set you up and get you up out of there.
Talking to Sugar Shane Mosley a couple days ago, he said that you got a nice little punch on you. Um, when it comes down to Shakur and Devin, who do you believe is the tougher fighter? The guy that got more dog in him.
Of course, 100%. Like it depends on what type of fight it is. Don't get me wrong, because sometimes you can have that dog in you, but it just got boxing your head off. You never gonna get to bring that out, no matter how much you try. It ain't gonna work. They staying smart and sharp the whole time. But when you say dog, I feel like, hey, you losing, you gonna get your all. Or you got buzzed with a shot, you still gonna get your all. Or it's a dog fight, but you gonna bring it out. That's what
Hmm.
I feel like Tank got all of that. I haven't seen it too much out of Devin or Shakir. I feel like
That's
they
who.
haven't.
That's who I really wanted to know. Like, who got more of that? Do you believe? Because I hear a lot on the gym that Shakur, got a lot of dog in him. You know what I'm saying? He just hasn't been able to show it. But then I also heard Devin got a lot of dog in him as well. Did you
I feel.
did you
I feel.
not hit
I
him?
feel like it's
Did you
even.
not hit him enough, Demichael? Like, what's good?
Nah, don't get me wrong. I can't. I can't. I ain't gonna really spill too many beans. For camp wise. But me and Devin, it's a picture where we're both smiling.
Yeah,
It was
I
very
got it.
well.
I got that. That's on the thumbnail right now.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, yeah. It was.
You
It was
like
great
this?
work that day. Yeah, we was talking a little trash with each other, and
Was that more
oh,
competitive? Was that more competitive? Like back and forth?
yeah, 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 definitely. Very competitive. Very.
See? My brother right here keeps it 100. Just to let y'all know, that he's just keeping it 100. Now, when you fought Shakur, Spar Shakur, honestly, like, was it less competitive due to the fact that there's just another level that you got to get to?
Yeah, when I sparred him, I was 3-0 at the time. I was like off for like a whole year, like during COVID. So yeah, man, it was. Hey man, I keep it. I'm a realist, man. End of the day, I'm a realist. But sparring is sparring. Don't get it twisted. And
Mm-hmm.
it's a totally different fighter right now from years ago.
Yep.
But all in all, yeah, it was another level that I was like, all right, I got to step my game. And guess what? Sparring with him, for the whole camp by yourself, 3 days a week, 4 minute rounds, however many rounds. He's like, hey, look, I need 8, I need 10, I need 12. You got to sit there, you got to do it, and you got to keep in that work there. I mean, obviously, I was there the whole camp, so I wasn't there for no reason. Still gave good work, but at the end of the day, yeah, sparring with him at that time, it made me like, all right, let me step it up.
Mm.
Never get too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So even with both of them, with all three of these guys, they all helped me in major ways. Don't get it twisted.
100%, 100%. Because, like, you going into Devin and the Cambosis fight, you don't have a style like Cambosis. You're
Nah.
longer. He kind of throws short, fast punches versus you. You're more like precise, sharp
Yep.
shooting. Obviously, you can put them together, but you're a lot more slicker than
Yeah.
just a completely different fighter. But obviously, styles make fights. So if you prepare for a super sharpshooter and you're going against a guy that doesn't have the length, that is not less sharp, you're gonna get better work. For instance, people thought that Terrence Crawford, he needed a big southpaw. What did he did? He
Right.
used Shakur, a sharper southpaw. you
Right.
know. So understandable. Now going into Tank, right? And how does Tank like come into all this? A lot of people say Tank hasn't been in there with nobody. He hasn't fought nobody. Um, and a lot of people, view that Shakur could probably outpoint Tank. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say that if Tank lands a beautiful one, he's gonna go down just like anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Um, what do you think about dog boxing ability? They're both, Shakur and Tank are both southpaws. We got Devin Haney that kind of has a little trouble with southpaws. How does Tank fit in with the whole mix? Obviously, he's the cash cow of the sport, or just at the 135 division. And before you get that, we got 81 people on the live with only 26 likes. We got to get these likes up, ladies and gentlemen. We got my homeboy, Demichael Harris, in the building. So talk to me.
So I feel as though, I mean, you can say what you want to say about Tank and the people that he fought, but I mean, it is what it is. He still goes out there and do his thing each and every fight. Same with other guys. I mean, it is. My bad. But like, he the man right now. You know what I'm saying? He got the game in the headlock on the boxing end. He's definitely the face of boxing right now, especially in the 135 division. Um, I just feel as though he hasn't had that chance to fight these guys, especially being on the Mayweather promotions at the time that he was. Mayweather gonna move the way that he want to move. Tank team could feel that he's ready, but Mayweather, was calling the shots. So I don't know.
You went pitch black on me, bro. You want to come in and come right out? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna get to some of these comments as well. Shout out to everybody in the building as well. Coda, what's going on? Thank you for the love, bro. You already know, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna be also tapping in one of Shakur Stevenson's coaches. That's been his Mittman. Coach Jay. He's also King Junior's dad. A really good friend of mine. So we're gonna be tapping him in, letting everybody know what their thoughts, and then also obviously tapping in with my, supporters in the building as well, and getting your thoughts in it. So we got DeMichael coming right in right now, and then we're gonna continue the show and just keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nah, so sometimes when some people call you, it does it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And then when people call me, I'm pitch black for the whole segment. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
But I can hear y'all. Yeah. So, nevertheless, you said that Tank, got it on Smash. You also said that if a matchup with Tank versus Haney, you believe Tank wins the fight. Um, what special things did you catch from Tank in your sparring? Because I know you guys are cool, and at the same time, the eye of an actual sparring partner to face a guy like Gervonta Davis, that is a crazy threat, and is arguably the Mike Tyson of the lightweight division.
Being in the ring with him and watching him spar numerous of times, the thing I like about Tank the most is that he sets up a lot of 99.9 of his shots. They're all, it's to put you to sleep, and he's going to set it up. But the best thing about Tank has a great eye. He see a lot of shit.
Hmm.
You know, you're not gonna keep getting the same shot off on him or none of that. He's gonna adjust, and when he does, he's gonna set something up that's gonna be big. He has great timing, and again, he got that eye, like he sees it. Like I've seen him spar dudes, and he will walk back to the corner and be like, "Watch this," and then boom, just knock the dude straight out. You know, his timing is crazy. He's very precise, bro. He's right on the money. He knows where to place the punches. That's what I like about him the most. He knows where to place the punches, from body shots to head shots, whatever it is. His timing and that placing is crazy,
Mm.
crazy.
That's so he's a great setter. Shout out to Two Tank for the super sticker, man. I definitely appreciate you, my brother. First donation of the day. Definitely appreciate you, my bro. So we got 82 people on the live, 83 people on the live, 37 likes. Let's get these likes up into 40 and the 50s and stuff like that. We got you some great content right here. So make sure you guys like, comment, share, do the whole thing. It's Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media. We up now, we up next. Um, so nevertheless, Shakur, Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis, two elite southpaws coming into the game that you shared the ring with. Not a lot of people have shared the ring with all three of them. You know what I'm saying? First of all, what do you take from sharing the ring with these three elite fighters? The only person I know that has shared the ring with all three of them is like Kenneth Sims and Africa, really, and maybe Terrence Crawford. And I haven't even spoke to Terrence Crawford yet. So, talk to me. Like you got two southpaws in there. What's the difference maker when we talk about um, IQ when it comes down to setting traps, and obviously they're coming off of the same angle, so there's less traps that they could give to just a regular orthodox fighter.
Okay.
So that's something to think about.
Exactly. You talking about them two in the ring together? It's definitely gonna be hell because they're both southpaw. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be more of a boxing, match for sure. And I'll keep it blunt with you. I really think that it's going to be interesting at first. I think Shakur is going to be a lot more active, and he's going to be landing a lot of shots. I think. Um, in the perfect world, in my head, I won't say in the perfect world, but in my head, how I would envision the fight, Shakur will be winning every round, clearly, and then Tank just presses him and catch it when he gets too comfortable. I feel like that Shakur is going to be landing some shots, and he's going to take a chance, and he's going to get hit, and it's going to be bad.
Mm,
That's what I think. That's
mm,
what I think.
mm.
Now, Shakir just being on his A game and stay smart, don't get hit, don't take no risk. He can walk out there with a unanimous decision.
So you believe this is a true 50-50 fight,
Definitely.
and you don't really lean towards anybody.
Yeah, with that fight, it can go either way.
Right,
But
right.
of course, I'm not going to say this. I don't think that Tank wins by decision with Shakir. And that's only because unless he's just dropping him and Shakir gets back up and then don't get stopped. Cool. That's
Gotcha.
the only way. Now,
Yeah.
outside of that, just going toe to toe and it's just straight up boxing. I think that Shakir is the better boxer. He probably will outbox Tank. And he's more, again, he's more active than Tank.
Mm-hmm.
But again, 50-50 because I feel like Shakur's gonna box and maybe get caught. Tank got that equalizer. We all know that. But it's gonna be interesting. And it's really gonna be interesting how Tank adjusts to Shakur. That's what I would like to see the most out of anything.
Right, right, right. Uh, Obviously Shakur got longer arms than Tank, but who's like the sharper, faster fighter?
Both.
Yeah, see, that's tough.
Literally
That's
both.
tough. Yeah.
Both. Shakur, I say it's really gonna be interesting because Shakur is taller, long arms, defense is on point. I think that he can possibly keep Tank at a good distance. But the only problem is Shakur don't have that equalizer or a punch behind it that probably ain't going. I feel like Tank not gonna respect the punch, you know, and I feel like Tank is gonna take a risk, which he will have to win against him.
Mhm.
So that's gonna be it's gonna be a crazy fight. It's all
Amazing,
about
right?
the judgment. It's gonna be
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, it's gonna be crazy. When we talk about like the chin of Tank, a lot of people don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Um, I haven't really seen him buckle. Like we've seen Terrence Crawford get buckled. You know what I'm saying? Every punch can sting a person. People say that Gamboa kind of got Tank, frustrated. Um, but when we talk about the chin of Tank, talk about that.
I really can't say too much. I ain't never really seen him get hit with nothing crazy, except recently, the Ryan Garcia fight. I think Ryan caught him with a good shot. I ain't gonna say he was hurt, but he felt it and he was like, whoa. And that's when Ryan got a little too comfortable and got his ass caught. But again, so I never seen Tank buckle, never seen him really hurt. Again, if he does get hit clean, it's not he kind of like rolls with the punch. So it's not as bad. But
They both do the same thing.
I ain't never seen him take a solid one.
Mm,
So and by a real puncher. You know what I'm saying? So
right, right.
like that
People say,
Barrios character.
Barrios cracked him. Like that's a good comment that in the comment section because Barrios is a bigger guy coming into the division. We never really seen. I didn't see Barrios buckle him.
I didn't
You
see him buckle. I seen him hit him with a hook, and Tank was like,
right?
okay.
Were
But
you
like,
on that card by the way?
actually, I fought on Lomachenko card that day
That same because
in
I was
Vegas.
there and I'm like I didn't meet you back then. I wasn't doing
Nah,
media.
nah. I fought on ESPN that day, that same day, and
Damn.
that fight was in the Barrios fight was in Atlanta,
Yeah, I know. That's why
but I
I
was
asked.
getting to fight in Vegas on Lomachenko card.
That
Crazy.
was my first time. Now I know what Georgia peaches mean. Yeah, them day parties, boy, they be crazy. And the
It's a
shrimps
lot
and
of them, bro.
grits.
You got to be careful. You got to be careful. That's why I don't even train here, bro. I train. Well, even worse, I train in Miami, but still.
So you're training in Miami now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nice, man. Yo, it's a blessing to see, you making so many different moves, Michael. You're traveling everywhere. You're going to Puerto Rico with the Jake Paul team. You're in Miami now. That's only great things upon you. You know what I'm saying? I think also, your personality, it helps to have a type of personality like yourself because
Yeah.
people could talk to you, people could engage with you, talk business with you, and I think that is a big reason why you're starting to be seen in so many different areas. So I'm glad to obviously have you on the live as well because it's nice to have a platform that broadcasts people earlier in their career versus later.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
definitely.
everyone's gonna ride your train later.
Bro, you my day one, bro. You already know that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got 80 people on the live, 41 likes, guys. Let's get these likes up. We got the Michael Harris in the building. So, nevertheless, before I let you go, any news with you? You know what I'm saying? Any news with you?
I mean, the news right now, I was supposed to fight 2 weeks ago on the Jake Paul MVP card, but unfortunately, I was in Puerto Rico and I actually tore my ACL completely sparring, trying to knock somebody out. It was bad. It was getting bad. But so yeah, nonetheless, man, um, I get
And
my
you're still
surgery
getting in there with
Thursday.
Mosley.
Hey, Shane, my dog. I love Shane. Great dude. Great dude. But nonetheless, I get my surgery Thursday, and hopefully you guys will see me back in maybe January. Yep.
Maybe January, yeah. Because I remember last time I spoke to you, you did tell me like, yo, you got some big news on the way. So I can't wait. I can't wait. Nevertheless, spill your social medias. Let everybody know, who you are, where they can reach you at, your Twitter, your YouTube, your Instagram, the whole nine. We're gonna be having a lot of people watching this as well. So
100%. Again, Demichael Harris, 6 foot, 130 pound monster, 10-0, 9 knockouts. I need the Oshiki Fosters. I need the Mark Castros. I need all of them. They know who I am and they know how I'm coming. But nonetheless, man, follow me on Instagram at Demichael DemichaelHaeel, and on YouTube Demichael Harris.
before I let you go, I'm saying everybody wants to talk about, guys like Navarrete that are comparing, they're explosive guys. They're tall, he's not even as tall as you, but he has long arms, right?
Yeah.
So this guy right here, Demichael Harris, campaigns at the 130 division, and I'm gonna let you guys know right now, high risk, low reward fighter, all day, every day. Once he gets his chance, and you guys have the DraftKings ready to go, and you see that he's in the, he's the underdog. Place your money because that's when he's gonna blow the hell up.
Hey, that's gonna be the night they all regret going against me. I'm telling you, especially
Absolutely,
against that boy. You know who I want, Mark Castro. That's who I need, man. That's the fight
Mark
I want.
Castro
That's the one I want.
and Oshaki, right? Oshaki Foster.
Oshaki. When I get Oshaki, still, I got to build myself and earn my spot right there. But
Mm-hmm.
again, my Mark Castro, that's my stepping stone. That's the one I want. I'm hungry for that one right there. You know. So yeah.
And who else do
But
you want to see in the division? Like, you know what I'm saying? Give me your your four people hit list right now. So people could just blow it up and throw it out there. You know what I'm saying? And make sure y'all check my man out. Yo, he got the skills to pay the bills for sure.
definitely on my hit list again. Number one, Mark Castro,
Mark gonna get it first.
Oshiki,
Mm.
Navarrete,
Mm.
and let me get Lim Wilson that Navarrete fought, but that's my stepping stone. But
Mm.
those four. I want Mark Castro or Lim Wilson next. I want both of them. I want
All
to
right.
step on them, and then that's how I'm gonna earn my spot to the champions right then and there.
Yeah. So our book says 5'11", 135 pounder. Wow, how? Nah, man, the you got the numbers wrong. 130 pounder, 6'1". I don't know how he does it, but he
Somebody
makes
said
it easy.
Shushu will be at 130 soon. What you think about Shushu? Man, I actually like Shushu.
Yeah, I like you
All
too.
respect. I never worked with him, but I actually think he's a great fighter.
Yeah.
I feel like if we get in the ring, hey, same thing.
Mm,
Come on,
mm,
bet on myself always.
mm.
So,
I I would
yes.
like to see you also with like a Oscar Valdez or Chris Cobra. I think those guys, they're horrible matchups for you. You
Is
know.
Chris Colbert even fighting at 130 or he is at 35?
Chris Colbert want to fight at 35 just because. I think he's chasing a Gervonta Davis fight later on the road. I mean, you already know that's the money division. I don't think he has the power to be at 35 right now. I you
Nah.
know so, some of these guys, they kind of like seesawing their careers, don't know exactly what they want to do. So,
Right.
and obviously, you never know, bro. Like, when it comes to you, it's like if there's a big money fight at 35, you'll skip, you'll just do it, just to do
Oh
it.
yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah.
Well, you already know, my brother. Much love to you guys. You guys can check out my guy on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and everything else on the Michael Harris, correct?
Yes, sir. You already know.
You already know, my brother. Much love to you, and thank you for tapping in with us.
Much love, bro. Be safe.
You know that. You know that. So there it is, guys. The Michael Harris from Atlanta, Georgia, undefeated fighter. Definitely a good one. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm going to be tapping in one of the coaches of Shakur Stevenson. He just started working with Shakur. His son is a an Instagram, YouTube sensation. His name is King Junior. My man Jay. Great fighter. You know what I'm saying? Definitely tap in. I'm gonna let him, do all the talking. And here he is right here. You guys are gonna be definitely amazed. And this is my guy right here.
What
Jay
up,
in the
though?
building, man. What's up, my brother?
Nothing much. How you feeling, man?
We're doing good. We're doing good. I see you all freshed out and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
I got a little,
So
what up?
guys, we got 83 people on the live, 46 likes. I need to get these likes up, please, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of the new coaches for Shakur Stevenson's camp. Also, the father and coach of King Jr. If you
Thank
guys haven't seen King Jr., please go on YouTube, type in King Jr. Also go on Instagram. The little man, I mean, he's
thank you,
vicious.
Coda.
You probably seen him, giving body shots and dropping the little kids down on the ground. Everybody, all the top fighters love this little kid because they know he's gonna be the one. But this is the
Thank you,
maker. This is the father right here, Jay in the building.
man. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate the people in the comments. Thank you, Coda. Appreciate it. Um, yeah, and yeah, King Junior is just, he him. You know. So what's up, though? What we got? What you got going on today?
We got
What's
we
the
got
topic?
so much cooking right now. I'm glad to have you on right here. So first and foremost, let's talk about you for a second.
Mm,
Let's talk about how you got into the game. Let's talk about some of the fighters that were introduced to, that you've worked with, and some of the guys that you had to say bye bye to. And then at the
yeah,
same time, you're also working with Shakur Stevenson right now. So
yeah.
I would like to know, updates, what you think about him and what you have been working on with him. And then also, last but not least, we got the Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson Twitter war that's going on as well. So we could chop it up a little bit about that as well.
Man, I seen that. Yeah, so I'm King Senior. I've been training for a while now, and my I've had the I've been able to train to likes of Montana Too Pretty Love, Abdullah Mason, Terrell Goucher. I didn't train him a long time, but I caught hands for Terrell Goucher. I worked with Alicia Baumgardner, Raynell Williams, and the list goes on. So and now Shakur Stevenson and King Jr. So
Mandatory, always the main focus.
main focus. I've actually built him from the ground up. That's my oldest son. So all praises be unto the creator. So yeah. So I've been around the block. I've been around the block a while. Haven't lost a pro fight as far as training go. I haven't lost a pro fight yet. And yeah, we working with Shakur now. Got my son around Shakur. So King Jr. mixed with Shakur is like crazy.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So, what I like about you as a father is kind of very similar to Bill Haney, but with not all the experience. I
Yeah.
feel like you have way more experience than Bill. I
Yeah.
feel like, you've also been in the ring. Talk about being in the ring as probably what, like your amateur career and just what you do now in the ring as far as, I know that you get in there with sparring and stuff like that. What's the importance of being in the ring even to this day?
A lot of time you used to be able to say that most trainers couldn't train unless they were fighting or unless they fought. So thank you again, Coda, man. I appreciate the love. But I will say this. Nowadays, you can't really say that because technology, you can research. A lot of times you couldn't research then. Your research was fisticuffs or that leather on your chin, Now is more open. You're able to actually go on YouTube and learn, about boxing and, the intricate details. With that said, I still spar. My amateur career wasn't extensive. I played football, box. I started in Taekwondo actually. And after a few belts in Taekwondo, I believe I got the yellow belt, like the second or third belt. I believe I
I
got
had
this.
the Bodan, the red and the black
Oh, that's
mixed.
hard. That's
Yeah.
hard. You was in it.
My dad, he was in it.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was about to say, because I know red belt for us, the first degree red belt was like right before the black belt. It was like red and black, brown or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so with that said, I started in Taekwondo, football, boxing, and I found a love for boxing. And my father wasn't completely into it; he wasn't completely so, but I was rebellious and I did my own thing with the boxing and kind of forgot about football. And I found my love then, and uh, I still spar to this day. I still spar pros. I still spar amateurs. I still spar to this day. So my hardest sparring partner is my son, King Jr. Because I can't hit him hard, and I hit pretty hard, so I can't swing fast with him. So you got to be alert, slip. Oh, you got to be out of there. If not, he's gonna tear you up. So yeah, it's super important to get back to your main question. It's super important to say to be in the ring, man. You got to experience it. You got to
Gotta have a
experience it.
certain amount of rounds in your belt.
Yeah, just get a certain amount because you can't tell your fighter. Well, I can't say you can't. You don't want to be in a position where you're telling your fighter to do something that you've never experienced. Because how can you teach me where you've never been, right? And so I've been hit so hard where I couldn't feel my legs, and I still had to fight and act like I was there. You know, I had to act like I was mentally there. You know, I've been in that position. I've been hit hard where I had to shake it off, and you know how you see them stars or your head is right, your shit is a little dizzy. You know what I mean? You just like a little dizzy. You know, or
You feel like your head swelling up as you're thinking.
you think people jumping you. Yeah, King 13, my boy Coda. But yeah, he just turned 13 on 10. But yeah, so I've been in those positions before. I've worked hard to where I've thrown up. I've worked hard to where I thought that I was going to die. I told my coach I was going to die. I'm like, bro, I'm about to die, bro. No.
Yeah.
So I've been in that position before, and it's good to be in that position because you know what your fighter feels.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, where do we start? I mean, let's start with how you even got introduced to Shakur Stevenson. I mean, I remember what, like 7 months ago, 8 months ago, doing my first interview with you. Then I shared it, and then next thing you know, I got Shakur Stevenson sharing it, and it was like I was like, wait a minute. Shakur sharing King Jr. and Jay's interview with me. The first time I was like, damn, so Shakur knows who I am at this point in time.
Yeah.
But obviously, due to y'all. So speak upon that relationship, and how it geared up to even, now that you guys are consistently working now.
Man, that's my guy, man. It's funny how it happened, right? So my son had hit Shakur up and was like, bro, big bro, I want to get in the gym with you. Like, what's up? What we doing? Let's go. And I went back a while and looked at their messages, and Shakur was like, yeah, we locked in. Come to the gym. Woo, woo, woo. So that's when my son told me, like, hey, yo, Shakur want to work. So I'm like, want to work? I'm like, oh, well, not work with me. But then he was like, he said I can come to the gym. I'm like, what? I'm like, all right, bet. I'm like, we about to take him all type of grand rising clothes. I'm like, we about to take it. So King was helping me work
Fire
on
shirt, by the way.
Thank you, man. My lady like this one too. Yeah, but she we working hard as hell on the clothes, getting the clothes ready. Took him a bunch of outfits and stuff, man. Took his baby some outfits. Like back in the old days, you come into somebody's house, you bring gifts. Coda, I answer your question in a minute, Coda. But yeah, you bring gifts, and that's what I did. I came bearing gifts, and King came bearing gifts. And I've known Shakur since the amateur. I didn't know him, like we didn't talk and rock out like that, but I've seen him. I've talked to him in the amateur. Yeah, my son hooked it all the way up. So I'm just sitting in the gym watching King, Shadowboxing, Shakur, boom, boom, and I'm notorious for the all the mitt work and stuff. So he was like, "Hey, yo, let me get some work." And then from there, it was like, I'm like, "Oh yeah, you get some work. Hell yeah, hell yeah. What's up? Where the mitts at? I brought my mitts and everything. Shit, let's get busy." And a couple pads later, man, it was off. It was up, man. It was up. So yeah.
It must be quite satisfying to know that people want to work with you due to your specimen, your son. You know what I'm saying? Like I've gotten that just working with some of my students in the gym and wanting all these fathers wanting their son to want to train with me as well because of who I developed.
Yeah.
But never at the level of yours when it comes down to having some of these elite names like, Shakur Stevenson, Abdullah Mason, Montana Love, and the list goes on. Now, speaking upon the mitt work, what you bring to the table for the camp, what's a day in the life of training with you and in Texas with the J Prince gym and all that?
Yeah. So right now, Shakur has certain trainers.
Yep, you got
So
a team.
he got a team. So my job is what the boss say. He the boss, you know. So my job is to go in there, give him his mid work. We work on swiftness, anything that I could work on with him in the midst of the midst. Whenever I got him on the midst, we work on certain things.
So you're like one of the mitt men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're a mid guy, and it has to do with probably because of the speed of your hands as well.
100%, because they move fast. They move fast. So hopefully I can work my way up. Whatever like I said, he the boss.
Hmm.
So whatever, if I don't know what position I'm in right now with him, I know he has his grandfather. His grandfather is right there with him. I haven't seen him yet, but I like his grandfather.
Willie Moses.
Yeah, I love him. And hopefully I can work my way up. Because his IQ for boxing go deep, and he will see that. He will see that sooner than later. So that's just my position with Shakur. Just just rocking out with him, catching hands, building chemistry, building a rapport and trust. Because I'm the guy. I don't rock out. I don't take a lot of people with me unless it's all my fighters and my family.
Right.
I don't rock out with people. So he sees that too, and hopefully he see that, and he like, yeah, we can add this dude to the team permanently. You know what I mean? 'Cause he
Mm.
always tell me we locked in, but I just know that I want him to see like I'm Team Shakur now, baby. We ride or die. Listen, hey, Team Shakur, you can't get me to think nothing else now. It's over with.
That's fire.
Yeah.
I think I kind of seen like a video of you guys. Like, I don't know. I seen you open the door for him, and there was like a video. So you guys kind of hang out outside of the gym as well, right?
Uh,
Or
did I
once or
open
twice.
I opened the door with him?
I don't know. I don't know if it was like a club or whatever the case may be, but it looked like you. It was the back. It was the backside of you. I don't know
It
if
was
it
the
was you.
flathead. The flathead.
I seen that it was like I
No,
seen that it was faded and the hair was up here. So I'm assuming it was you. Same color tone
no,
either.
no. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, I
okay.
never went to the club with Shakur. Yeah.
Either way, either way. So gearing up to Shakur Stevenson, your coaching eye and ability of looking at certain styles and seeing him entering the 135 division with guys like Devin Haney, Tank Davis and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know that you know with you being a father and being able to manage your son, obviously, ladies and gentlemen, you have to protect certain things that you say when it comes down to some of these fighters, because obviously you want the best for your son at the end of
Yeah.
the day. So I would never, just to let you guys know in the comment section, I'm not the one that's going to be asking these weird questions towards him when he's working with the Shakur Kang. He got, Tank Davis is one of King's favorite fighters. Jerron Boots Ennis is one of his favorite fighters. So the boxing industry is a small industry. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? It's a brotherhood. So in reality, it's like we're not gonna try to make enemies off of a dumbass interview, at the end of the day, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
So, and not saying it's dumb, not saying any of y'all are dumb or nothing like that. But if what you see, it's only $1.99 that we made so far. So, nevertheless, speaking upon Shakur specifically as a coach, a Mittman, what have you learned? Because it seems to me with certain fighters that have been in the game for such a long time, you learn certain things.
So one of the things I've seen, and I'm gonna tell you what I learned today. One of the things I say that everybody say I'm the hard workest person or I got the hardest working fighter. I've seen with my own too. I've literally seen it. This man going a lot of rounds. I ain't gonna say too much because I don't want nobody to get scared away or nothing. Because it's already hard to find a dude to opponent according to his camp. But I'm saying that to say bro, this dude worked hard as hell. He worked hard as hell. As far as learning, I pretty much seen. He got a lot of skills to his game. I haven't learned anything per se. I learned a lot about other fighters that I didn't know. Like certain situations and stuff like that. But as far as his skills go, what you see is what you get. You better. One thing I did learn is the boy can hit. We ain't gonna get it twisted. We think he can't hit, but the boy can hit.
Mm,
The boy can hit.
mm. So, you know, now for the people that are watching, it's not like saying I'm not gonna ask Jay upon comparisons of styles and what he could see during the fight, because if you can't make a prediction, then you make two predictions on why both fighters will succeed. We
Yeah.
can do that though. So, you know, gearing up, talking about, Shakur Stevenson, and in the same time, we got this Twitter beef going on, right? What do you think about Twitter that has elevated? Do you think that has elevated promotion for the boxing game, or not? Do you think it's bad?
No, I don't believe it's bad because most of the time, your hero, one of your heroes in boxing, uh, one of your heroes can necessarily be of one of these fighters that you've never even heard speak a word, or the only time you've seen him say something is during the post-fight interviews. So with that said, Twitter gives the casual fan the ability to see what his favorite fighter is thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And if his favorite fighter is has a crazy persona, then he'd be able to hide it. Just don't answer right now. He'd be able to hide it. But anyway, I'm saying that to say that Twitter has helped boxing. Twitter, any social media platform, to where you can get an outlook or insight on what these fighters are talking about, thinking about, whatever. And boxing is entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Hurt game, but it's entertainment. So yeah, Twitter is good for boxing.
Now, with stuff that people don't see in the gym, in sparring and stuff like that, especially traveling to different states, like stuff that you have done with King, you know what I'm saying? People don't understand the egos that coaches and fighters have. People don't understand that this is a different type of a business. This is not.
Yeah.
This is mostly the people coming from the roughest of the roughest. Probably were in gangs and trying to get out of gangs. Brothers were in gangs, and now you want to do this sport because you don't want to be in the gang.
Right.
Um, in ghettos, and we have a certain type of stigma. The stigma is like, oh, we're dumb, that we're, and it's completely nonsense. But going into different states and sparring different kids, sometimes you need to even carry protection just due to the fact that somebody could get off on somebody real crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've had conversations like that, right?
Yeah.
So sparring, filming sparring. Some people are agree with this. Some people don't. You know what I'm saying? Speak upon the business of boxing when it comes down to that. Because people don't. This is the stuff that people don't see, bro.
Yeah. You know, it's a shrewd game. And I'm not speaking in the sense of politics and business wise. I'm talking about, like you said, ego, like the personas, the personality of most people. Like, a lot of times you deal with fathers that never coached before but want to see their kids doing good, and they're able to actually coach their child. And that could be the worst thing for the fighter in the game sometimes, or it could be the best thing in me and King's case. But with that said, yeah, man, I've been in situations where dudes wanted to shoot me, you know, calling my son, names, disrespecting him in the ring. I let him know, look, hey, you can either spar him or you can spar me. I'm talking about my older son that I adopted at the time, and dudes wanted to shoot me because I wanted to get in the ring.
Mm,
So with that said, yeah, the egotistical ass dudes, man, and it's just crazy. And we ain't even going into politics, and we ain't even going to the business side. We're just talking about how ego can destroy a lot of people, especially in this game.
right, 100%. Um, Sparring is so tricky when it comes to that, because nowadays in the social media world, uh, we kind of we're using sparring to get popularity, but in the same time, sparring is a practice. It's a thing to get better at. Certain times we handicap our fighters into certain things to help the other side.
Yeah.
Sometimes people take advantage of those things. I wanted to play a little clip of the the clip that Shakur Stevenson put out with Bill Haney, and I wanted to hear your thoughts on it.
Okay.
And, can you hear that? In the chat, if you guys can't hear it, let me know. I'll play it a little louder. Is it low? Is it too low, Jay?
Yeah. You can hear the background, but you can't really hear Bill. You
I
might want to
got
put
you.
the speaker next to the mic.
I got you. I got a better one. All right. I got a better one. I got a better one. I got a better one. Let's get this right. Let's get this right. Let's get this right. Mm, 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 mm. Let's see what we got here. Nope, this ain't the one. My bad, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get this right. Let me get this right. First of all, so were you able to hear that conversation?
Yeah, I seen the conversation. I heard the conversation.
So this conversation was upon the sparring that they've had years ago, talking about how a lot of people said that Devin Haney, got over. I mean, Shakur got over Devin Haney, but there was moments that Devin Haney got over him, and talking upon uh, the simple fact of Shakur was the big homie. He was the big dog in campus. He was one of the best amateurs out there. So if Bill was saying, if you could have just a moment with Shakur, that's big news. That's big deal. Now he was trying to turn it around a little bit, trying to make it seem like, you know, um, Shakur was putting it out there, letting everybody know that, what Bill was saying, to let everyone know that, listen, um, I am the big homie.
Mm-hmm.
When you hear things like that and him putting it out there, what does it mean to you? Like, what do you see? Because this is a years of experience, and now you're just getting better, and they're both getting better.
Yeah. Some people just got your number, man. That's just that. But you know, what I make of that is exactly what was said. Sometimes people just will just they just gonna smoke you and smart. They're just better fighters, and it's okay. And Devin Haney and Bill created such a great career and such a great situation that I don't think that Shakur should be on there. If they moved up to 40,
Recipes and meal planning on Shaw's.
if they moved up to 40, focus on 40. Like,
Ray Magliocci here. eBay Motors has the right car.
Sorry about that.
it's all good. If they moved up to 40, focus on 40, man. Like, if y'all not gonna come back down, bro, let Shakur do his thing, bro. Like,
I found the video.
all right, cool.
Olympic court always then got in on Devin. Nigga, where you tripping? You niggas, y'all, nigga, the whole shit started because it was live that we're in there with Core. Not Core is getting out on us. Like, he's the big nigga, the big one in the shit. It was never, we was always, nigga, first, the gap was like this. The gap got close, it always got, if you got any,
So that was the gap. He said the gap. The gap was like this to like this. So when we talk about gap, we're talking about skill gap here.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
if you just had a good day, that's how it was. But all the way up until now, bro. That's why I told you, I said, inside the weight classes, when we move, just like niggas is moving now, If it's too hot at 30, we already ready to go to 40, bro.
The only thing now, I just feel like it's
So that was Bill Haney speaking upon the situation of them sparring and stuff like that. Is he a good dancer?
Huh?
Is Bill a good dancer?
It's just unfortunate because a lot of things he say don't match up with, like, I'd say not a lot of things. What I heard before, pre this conversation or pre this video, don't match up with this video. I believe that he's doing the best for his son, man. That he's just doing the best for his son. I mean, to be honest with you,
He's doing the best for his son, man.
He's doing the best for his son. So I mean, to be honest with you, it is what it is, man. Like, he's doing the best for his son, and he's trying to make the right moves for his son, and you can't really knock that. I can't knock it. I mean, I'm Team Shakur all day, but he said no. I'm saying because you're right, bro. I mean, he's doing what's best for his son. Do I think that Devin can beat Shakur? And I've been telling you this for months, on top of months. Absolutely not. Shakur will smoke everybody at 35.
I've been saying
it's not even close. However, I mean, be honest. It's a game. It's entertainment. Bill's supposed to say and do this type of shit. This is what he's supposed to do. So, I mean, I really don't see I don't take nothing from him, bro. I mean, it is what it is, bro. Maybe he being something for camera opposed to who he is in real life. And honestly, that's the Floyd Mayweather effect. Even though I heard a lot of stuff about Floyd, but I mean, honestly, bro, he doing what's best for his son. He's doing what's best for his son. I'm Team Shakur. I respect what Bill is doing. I respect what Devin Haney is doing. And if Shakur got beef, I got beef. If Shakur having issues with whoever, I got issues with that person. However, let them dudes handle it in the ring. If they're not gonna handle it in the ring, everybody need a little or everybody need that. Every man need that every now and again. So I don't take nothing from it, bro. I don't give a, I really don't care. Right. To be honest with you, and you listen. I'm gonna say this. I took Abdullah to spar Shakur. So I didn't need to hear that video. I didn't need to see that video, or I didn't need to hear nothing because I already knew how Shakur. I already know. I did a game plan against Shakur before.
That's tough to do. That's tough to do.
Me and Abdullah and all Mason Brothers and Valley was sitting up in the King Jr. was sitting. I was breaking down shit. Hey, we're gonna do this with him tomorrow. We're gonna do that. Look at what you did. So I built the game plan for Shakur. I was a part of the other side of Shakur. So with that said, I didn't need to see that video to tell me how special Shakur is or if Shakur is better than Devin. Shakur is just better than everybody at 35, 30, 26. 40, we would still have to see him. At 40, I personally believe skill-wise, he's better than everybody at 40. However, it's a bigger class, bigger people. We just have to see whatever. But the point is I'm Team Shakur. So 100%. Bill, keep doing your thing, Bill. Devin, keep doing your thing. But I'm Team Shakur, man. That's
100%. And I gotta keep it 100. I'm Team Shakur, but I'm also Team Tank. You know what I'm saying?
So I respect that.
I have to. I
respect it.
When it comes down to some of my favorite fighters, they just happen to be those two guys, and there's something that with those two matchups and being part of both of those teams, which is cool. It's something that everybody wants to see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to see. But before I get into this, Jeffrey Montero, shout out to you, my brother. Your first super chat, man. A big old $10. I appreciate that, man. I really do. That's definitely lunch for today. I definitely appreciate that. Getting into the comments, legit content, man. Had to wait until payday, laughing my ass off. Vets be broke. You right, Jeffrey.
I gotta start going live on here, man. So my son can get some. I'll probably go live with him today when he working out.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You could always invite me. We could chop it up together.
Yeah,
put your son on. You're gonna have your son on my channel regardless. Have to.
yeah.
I didn't know you look like you probably away from him right now.
Now he
So
upstairs. Hey,
oh yeah.
King,
Oh, get him on here. Get him on here. Get him on here. Because I'll
come here,
tell you
big boy.
guys, ladies and gentlemen, for a 13-year-old kid, this kid is so smart. Like he is just so on another level. Just brain power alone. He's also homeschooled. You know what I'm saying? For the people that don't know,
Sleep.
um, stupidly smart. This guy right here, guys,
Sleep hard.
he's gonna be the next 13-year-old. You know what I'm saying? When he goes pro, King, Junior, what's going on, brother? I seen that you got done up. You know what I'm saying? They put the curl and wave on
They
it. I
blessed
see
him,
you,
bro. They
bro.
blessed him.
You fresh, you fresh. Well, King Junior, you know what I'm saying? We got 70 people on the live here, brother. Talk to me and talk to all these fans out here that gonna be supporting you. We got Teach here. He's saying, show your muscles, King. You know what I'm saying? Um, King, talk to me about coming into boxing. What's your favorite thing? To do in boxing. Obviously, I'm probably gonna say it's sparring. But at what point in time and what moment in boxing in sparring is your favorite moment?
Probably, probably the last couple rounds where I have to bite down.
Mm, mm. Tell me, when you have to take it easy on an opponent, does that, when it comes to teaching somebody, right, that's not on your level, do you get a thrill out of that, or do you rather get the thrills of the high level sparring that can go, both way? Where do you get your most thrills?
No, I like both ways sparring because it tests my skills and it feel like it feel like I can do what I want more. And it feel
Mm,
like I have to try my hardest.
mm, mm. So talk to me. Your dad talked about your relationship with Shakur Stevenson and how it all went about. He said that you messaged him. Talk to me. What were your feelings when he messaged you back?
It was crazy, man. I didn't even think I was going to get a response, but when I got it, it felt. But when we was in the gym, it felt normal.
Felt normal. He
Yeah.
does he does he feel like a big brother to you?
Yep.
Right. Tell me about it. Talk about a story that you guys had as far as a conversation. I know that you guys are in the gym trying to get work. Maybe it's when you're tying up your shoes. Maybe it's when you're wrapping up your hands. Just a little conversation that you can share to the media of what type of a person he is to you and what you have learned from him.
It was the Okay, I'm gonna start with what I have learned. It's like he has no motion on his punches, which I learned that a long time ago before I start seeing him. But you can see it's like I don't know how to explain it. He's sharp and he motionless, what makes he has no indicator that he's about to throw. And we were just talking the other day after training for like an hour.
And what was that conversation about?
We was talking about other fighters. We was talking about sparring sessions, all that.
Yeah. Anything that you can share that's not too spicy, but a little spicy?
I think my dad got into that one.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, about certain stuff about like when he sparred Tank and stuff like that. No
Oh,
details, but you know.
sorry, guys. That's private conversations for us.
Private conversation, baby.
Sorry. Smash the like button if you like this type of content, man. This guy right here is the future. The future. When we talk about the future, we're diving in deep. And the reason why it's so deep is because, Jay has developed King in the amateur program, but also not. Now, he might be pulling him out for certain fights. He probably won't see him so active, similar to the Gervonta Davis. You know what I'm saying? Because of the simple fact that he has more of a pro style. So that being said, he's basically like a hidden gem. That's like kind of like what I want to say. He's a hidden gem coming from Cleveland, right?
Yes.
Yep. So, um, talk to people about your relationship with your father, him being a coach, and when you guys are in the gym and you guys are working together. Also, in the same time, when you guys are working with other fathers and stuff like that, do you feel like you got like the MVP squad. Like, do you feel like your father's like a gem, like a certain type of gem that it's like, damn, my dad got my best interest, but he really know what he's doing.
Yeah, I like my relationship with my dad more than anybody because he know how to turn on father, and he know how to do father and coach. So when I'm in the gym, he coach. When I'm outside like this, when I'm outside training like this, he's father. So it's the
Mm,
best relationship.
mm. Talk about Sparring Shakur.
Say it again.
Hold on. Jay, you're gonna have to come in and out because you just went pitch black.
Okay, my somebody got a call. I got a call. Somebody called me, so I got to leave and come back.
Yeah, just leave and come back so we can see you guys.
All right.
All right, guys, smash the like button. Smash the like button. We got 66 people, 66 likes. I like the ratio, but we are gonna be having more content like this. So please smash the like button. Hit the appreciation button, please. And if you want to send some donations, it's always welcome as well. And salute to the people that did. All right. So talk about sparring, Shakur Stevenson. You got to come right into it, right?
It's like I it's like I told my dad. It's like he like a superhuman. Cause when you get in the ring with him, it's like he absorbed all your sharpness for him.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So
But that's
is he talking to you while y'all sparring? Like, is
yeah,
he?
he talked to everybody that I seen spar. He talked to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you like that?
Yeah, it's competitive. I like to be competitive.
Right. What does he say to you when it comes to like something motivational?
I wouldn't say like he said to like he like he like a very like he like a very positive person. So like I don't care who it is in his gym. He gonna say, oh, you look good, oh, you sharp. It's just everybody in the gym. It's like he bring him in like family.
Mm. So talk to me now that you've been consistently going into the gym and stuff like that. How does it feel?
I feel great, man. I lost like what 15 pounds.
Yeah, like wait, 15? It might. Yeah, about no, wait, more than that. Because 15 will be 4. Yeah, 15 pounds. You lost 15 pounds in less than a week.
I lost
Less
15
than 2
pounds.
weeks.
I feel super good. I feel super small, sharp, faster. I feel like
And
I can run longer.
you feel stronger as well.
Yep.
So is that like a circ like being around the Shakur camp? Is that installed you to want to build up your work ethic? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, for sure. As soon as we got in the gym, we just started grinding.
Right, right. I see a lot of videos of you and your dad. Your dad's working out with you. You guys are wringing your shirts after the workout, seeing who got the most sweat coming out of their shirts, who's working hard. I love the competitiveness. Um, you already know I'm a big supporter of yours and always will be. Um, but before I let you go, right? Um, talk to me about certain matchups. See, this is one of the boys. This is what kind of what got me really like crazy about King is when I started asking for predictions. When I started asking for predictions and breaking down fights is when I really got amazed by King. Um, talk to me. Uh, you know, you don't need to choose a side, right? But you could tell me style breakdowns of how both fighters can be victorious. So we're being
Okay.
fair. We're being fair to both people, right?
Yep.
Let's go off of some of your favorite fighters. All right, name your favorite fighters. Your top five, first of all.
Okay. Shakur,
Mm-hmm.
Gervonta, Boots. What's his name? The dude that just fought. Come on.
Anyway,
Anyway, and T Bud.
but
T Bud, nice. So talk to me, right? We're gonna go mix and match some of this stuff, and we're gonna be fair, right, to both fighters. Um, tell me why is Shakur and Tank your favorite fighters? What makes them your favorite fighters?
They both can fight anybody. They both can stand right there and beat you. They can move around and beat you. That's why I like them because like they not a one sided fight. Like they not a one-sided fighter. I mean, they
yeah,
can do multiple things.
Mm. Why? Can I ask you one quick? Why is your favorite fighters my favorite fighters? That's wild.
probably because of skills.
Yeah, and I have a similar style to both of them.
You do. You do. You got some stuff from Boots. You got some stuff from Shakur. Um, so talk to me. Uh, although when we talk about T Bud and Boots, why do you believe that's such a great fight? Do you believe it's a great fight?
T-Bud, I think I do, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like T-Bud would I feel like he got too much experience in the game right now. I feel like he would beat
Yeah.
Boots.
Mm. You did now. You didn't need to tell me all that, but in the same time, it's like, we appreciate it as well. Now, obviously, Boots is obviously a lot younger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He's 20. It's like a 10 year gap. So there's nothing wrong with that. But that being said, like, why is a Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis fight? What do you want to see in that fight? How about that? What do you want to see in that fight?
I don't want it.
You don't even want it to happen? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't want it to be like a one-sided fight. I want them to go like I want them to test it. I want both of them to test both of their skills.
Mm. So you wanted to go. You wanted to go the distance.
Mm-hmm.
You would want it to. You would want it to be such a competitive fight that we get to see it 2 or 3 times. Is what you're
Yeah,
saying, right? Because you think that if they did do it 2 or 3 times, we would get different outcomes.
for sure.
Right, right. I love it. I love it. Now, talk to me about, as far as you wanting to come pro. Um, like, what is your dad and you talking about? Gearing up. You're only 13 years old. Obviously, it's a long way to go, but time flies, right? At the end of the day, talk to me. Like,
Like you said, I'm young, so it's like it's still a thinking process right now. We haven't got fully in depth into it, but I know I want to go pro at a young age. I don't want to go to the USA's. I want to go straight pro, but it's still a thinking process. We haven't
mm,
thought about what we really, really want to do yet.
mm. Do you plan on doing any tournaments in between time?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Do you now? I remember talking to you a while back, and we were talking about you know, going into the Junior Olympics, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, how different was it than the regular Silver Gloves tournament? What's the difference, and what do you like about that?
The silver glove, it was like I was young, but I still remember it. It was like it was little, like it wasn't as like more. You can feel the emotions when you in the national. You're like, oh my goodness, it's actually happening. Like the silver gloves feel like a regular amateur fight.
Mm. How many amateur fights have you had so far?
What 13?
Yeah, 13.
13.
How many rounds do you think you had in total in sparring?
At least like what? Like at least 600, 700.
Yeah, about 600, some shit like
Six,
that.
700. See, that's being rational because I thought it was gonna be more closer to 1,000. Um,
Yeah.
um, Nevertheless, what you think about also just being among all the other fighters in the J Prince camp?
It felt good. Everybody in the gym is pretty sharp, so
Yeah.
it's good to be around that.
Um, how does it feel to know that your dad is working with some of these guys? I heard your dad told me a conversation that he was talking to Shakur for a long time, and you really wanted to go home. Does it? Do you feel jealous, or are you proud?
I was proud. I was tired that day. I just got done working out.
You know exactly what they are talking about.
Yes,
Well,
I was.
now, you like to hoop, right?
Yep.
You like to hoop. If it wasn't boxing, would it be hoop or would it be football?
I'd probably be hooping. My dad, my dad probably rather me play football, but I'd probably be hooping to be honest.
Nice, nice, nice. Um, would you like to share anything with the channel before you leave? That's something to do with you. It doesn't need to do with boxing. Maybe it's just something that you want people to know about you.
Uh, so I play the game a lot. In boxing, I do have a fight September 9th. It's gonna be Houston. It's gonna be around what J Prince Gym.
Probably somewhere, yeah.
Somewhere around there. So I want y'all to pull up, show love. We're gonna put on the show.
Put on the show. That's good. So, how is that? How is that like situation? Prince? I know he doesn't dive deep into conversations with you, but I'm sure he's spoken to you.
Who? Jay Prince?
Yeah,
Man, what? Jay Prince love this dude. You mean
I know
he'll
that. I know
he'll
that.
dive deep into conversation with me. He be like, move out my way. Where King at?
So what you think about Jay Prince then?
I love Jay Prince. My dad actually introduced me to Jay Prince. To be honest, I met him a couple years, like 2 years back. But yeah, he a cool dude. He chill, real chill. He don't act upon himself.
Nice,
Real
nice.
chill.
That's what's.
He real chill. That dude don't.
Yo, you funny as hell. Well, King, this was a lovely interview. I'm glad that you tapped in with us. You're always more than welcome. Can't wait. You said September 9th. You'll
Yeah.
be in. They're holding a fight in the J Prince gym. You saying?
I think it's across. I think it's across the Jay Prince gym
Yeah.
because it's like a bigger center.
Nice, nice, nice. Well, man, salute to all your success. Continue working hard. Keep listening to your dad and keep being you because I don't really see anything going wrong. So continue, man. Have fun. Go play with your video games and take it easy on the cookies. All right, my brother. Much love to you. So you already know, such a mature kid for 13 years old. You could tell that besides being a coach, fatherhood is something that you take great independence on, and
Yeah.
it shows, and speak upon that a little bit upon what a coach does for a fight. Because like I told you
Yeah.
before, at 16 I left my house and I live with my coach, and he
Yeah.
instilled little things like that you instill in King in that. Speak upon that, and then also speak upon your program as well for the people that would like to get into boxing, and all that.
Man, just being a coach is equivalent to being like a father, you know. And this goes back to the question you asked about ego earlier. You know, a lot of times we deal with fathers that have ego that think that you're going to take their son from them, or you're going to lead them the wrong way, or whatever the case may be. And with that said, I've had that situation happen to me before, and we don't want your sons, right? We just want to put them in a better position. And guess what? Guess what the word uncle means? The word uncle means father. So with that said, yeah, Cody, he is. With that said, you can have multiple father figures, but it's great to be a father, and it's great to be a coach. Coaching a father and it's synonymous, it's equivalent, it's the same thing. And with my team, I yank them up, snatch a hole in their ass, um, put my foot knee deep if I have to, and I get them right, like if it was my child. And I warn their fathers too before they pull up. If you don't want to see your child get disciplined or treated like my children, do not. KFB is not for them. So, yeah, fathers with egos destroy shit.
Yeah,
Not the regular fighters. Not the
absolutely.
regular fathers. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And boxing is something that you got to make sure that your kid wants to be in it just as much as the fathers, or even more.
Facts.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, you
100%.
already know. Before I let you go, prediction on the Frank Martin and Shakur Stevenson fight, if it does go into fruition.
Um,
And more,
we
dive
have
into it. Dive into it as well, because we all know that you're going for Shakur, but it's like,
yeah.
is it a good fight or is it
Yeah,
not?
so probably won't be a good fight. Probably won't be a good fight. Reason being is because I'm on. Y'all too loud. Y'all too loud. Get out of here. Probably won't be a. Probably won't be a good fight. I have Shakur winning unanimously, and the thing about Shakur and King Jr. is not Abdullah is different. Abdullah, the thing about Abdullah is you can't outthink him. It's hard to outthink that dude, and it's hard to outthink like a Montana type of dude. You got to bully them too. Two dudes. So the thing about Shakur and King is them dude. The sharper you get, the sharper they get. Defensively, footwork, hand speed, sharpness, thinking. So with that said, he's explosive and he's sharp, but it's just unfortunate because you heard what King said. It's like he absorbs your sharpness, and that's a real thing, So with that said, yeah, I got him beating the shit out of Frank, so it won't be a good fight. I'm sure it'll be one-sided.
Nice.
Yeah. And no disrespect to their camp. I respect them, appreciate them, and love them for even stepping in the ring. However, yeah, we're going to beat the shit out of them.
Well, nevertheless, man, shout out your social medias before you leave.
For sure. So, YouTube, Kingdom Fitness Boxing. On Instagram, KFB_King, KFB_King Jr. So it's the same thing. King Jr., KFB_King or King Jr. And then on on TikTok, it's KFB King Jr., no underscore. Yep.
Yep. And make sure you guys check us out each and every Wednesday at 12 p.m. East Coast time on Instagram Live. Jay and I, we break down all the fights that are coming up. Grand Rising is the brand and the merch. Make sure you check that out. It look like everything is just looking fire, from the shirts to all the new designs that you got coming up.
Thank you.
But much love to you. All the success. My brother, you already know. Keep up
My
the good
brother.
work.
Yeah.
It's Mill City Boxing, home of the I Love Pro Boxing Media. Guys, tonight we're gonna be doing an interview with Teofimo Senior, Teofimo's dad tonight, and tomorrow we got a special guest. Keith Thurman will be in the building, so make sure you guys check it out. Tomorrow will be 3 p.m. East Coast time with Keith Thurman.
Yeah, I'm gonna catch on. I'm gonna get on to that one because I need to ask Keith Thurman why he didn't take that fight with why he didn't make that fight happen with Clarissa.
Oh, you already know that's part of the
I,
question. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's
for
like,
sure.
did you feel like it was disrespectful or not? You
So
know.
disrespectful, bro. So disrespectful. All right, man.
You already know, my brother.
Yes,
Much
sir.
love. Well, you already know. It's a great interview today. Great chopping it up with everybody that's on the live today. Salute to everybody that sent the super chat this way. Did you say tonight was Tia Senior? Yes, I did. Supposedly it's gonna be 9 o'clock. You never know with some of these guys. I've been talking to Frank Martin as well. We're going back and forth to figuring out what's a good time, what's a good day. Sometimes things happen, guys. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just kind of like going off of what people say. I don't want to blast them and say, "Yo, what's going on? What's going on?" But it is what it is. But nevertheless, guys, if you see the portfolio of what we have going on, it's always going to be more and more people uh, chiming in with us and stuff like that. So make sure you stay tuned. Press the notification buttons if you may. Every time I go live, we talking great topics here. And if you guys want to chop it up with me like 5 more minutes, that's fine. We could do that. We could talk about some fight predictions. Where is Boo Boo interview? Boo Boo interview possibly will come in soon. I'm gonna get his coach in first. Talk to him, wrap it up with him. Boo Boo don't do a lot of interviews. If you see, he doesn't do a lot of interviews. But I got we'll get with it. We'll get with it real soon. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, I think that the Boo Boo and David Benavidez will be a good fight until it lasts. I wonder if Boo Boo can abstain the pressure of David Benavidez for 12 rounds to see if he could make the proper adjustments. He has to come into the best shape of his life. He is a stronger, more durable guy than Caleb Plant. The southpaw, angle could give David Benavidez some problems, but in the same time, you had David Benavidez with a longer arm reach. Um, is what you see is what you get with both of the fighters. I think that Boo Boo, due to the fact that he is Benavidez. I'm cool with Benavidez, the whole team. So David's not doing any interviews at this moment until the contract is signed, but we will be having David as well. That's for sure. We got him, in his last fight with Caleb Plant, and we'll be getting him for the rest of his career. But in the same time, uh, with that fight being said, it's a good style matchup. Until Boo Boo gotta let his hands go. But the problem with Boo Boo letting his hands go is that he could get caught in between. So he has to move around a lot for that to happen as well. So, nevertheless, guys, I think that that's going to be a good fight. I think we have a lot of great fights coming up. So all I can say is make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. This is Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media. I'm your boy Mills. Much love, God bless, and on to the next.